Hi, I'm Tim of Watchbox at SIHH 2018 with Vacheron Constantin. You're looking at the Traditionnelle Complete Calendar. Now this is a watch that we saw prior to SIHH, but in this rose gold variant we're being introduced. Now the watch is 41 millimeters, so it's a versatile size, not quite traditional and definitely not oversized. Nevertheless, quite thin in profile, substantially less than 11 millimeters. You can see that despite the complication. Well over 300 parts to the movement, which is based on the Vacheron Constantin 40-hour Power Reserve 2460. It has a handsome opaline-style dial, which is actually a refreshing variation from the standard sunburst. You can see it features individual apertures for the day and the month that are actually far afield of the cannon pinion, giving it a broad and balanced aesthetic with a sort of cruciform symmetry that's highly pleasant to the eye. Now you can see half-frosted Dauphine as well as applied and faceted rose gold indices give it an upscale aesthetic, as well as making it quite easy to read, which is always important for time and calendars. You can see the Poinçon de Genève, now a full watch standard. You can see it's imprinted on both the exterior of the case back and the movement itself. You can see the handsome barleycorn of the 22-karat gold winding rotor, as well as a fine and beautifully textured linear Côte de Genève on the bridges beneath, and an evenly distributed and fine perlage engine turning about the base plate. Also note that Vacheron's modern tradition is for polished screws rather than blued, and you can see them present and correct. There's a great deal of nuance to the case with a coined case back, a stepped fluted case band that actually continues from the case band to the lug feet themselves. It also features a little bit of a pinched profile when viewed longitudinally, such that the mid case is widest and then it diminishes about the conical bezel and the recessed case back. An elegant and versatile complication. This is a friendly everyday watch for everything but your diving, but then again you have an overseas for aquatic activities. This is Vacheron Constantin, the Traditionnelle Triple Calendar, for $39,700 US in rose gold. And what's better than a dual time? Well, dual times. We've got our dueling banjos, Genevois style, here at SIHH. Now these are recent debuts. We saw the dual time just prior to SIHH. I'm happy to bring you the rose gold variant for the first time. You can see the watch, handsome in 41 millimeters, rose gold or steel, charismatic in both variants. Now you can see for the first time the overseas dual time is blessed with a Vacheron in-house caliber, the 60-hour automatic 5110 DT. You'll note the beautifully engraved compass rose style 22-karat gold winding mass. Now it does feature a paramagnetic ring outboard of the movement in both versions. Why is this important? Because previously the watch featured anti-magnetism via a solid case back and a fully encompassing soft iron cage. Well, that is not necessary for anti-magnetism. It's merely necessary to shield the movement with a paramagnetic substance. Thus, they have the anti-magnetism and the 150-meter water resistance that makes these true sports watches in every sense. Now, let's take a quick look at the case back of the dual time in rose gold, because this is a refinement that debuted with the third generation overseas in 2016, and it is the quick release system. Using only your thumbnails, no need to resort to a jeweler or a tool, you can remove the strap and retrofit a bracelet or another strap, also useful for deep cleaning. The rose gold version that you see here comes with an auxiliary leather strap, whereas the steel variant, with that beautiful glossy blue dial and applied indices, is available standard with the bracelet and then the accessory leather and rubber straps. Both of these watches will be available shortly through Vacheron Constantin. Visit the Vacheron Constantin website and check out the overseas. Remember, Geneva hallmark, the epitome of refinement, and yet the toughness to go blow for blow, whether you party in the surf or the turf.